Hello and welcome to a really special sketchbook club. This is the first of my little projects. I have always been a great believer in thank you cards. I love sending them to people after a dinner party or to say thank you for a favour, etc. And when they are handmade, they are even more special. So for this project, you will need a book of blank postcards. I sell a pad of watercolour postcards on my website, but you could cut a piece of watercolour paper or card to A6 size in order to make your own. The only other thing you will definitely need is an HB pencil. The rest is up to you. I used watercolour paints and a size 1 brush, but I also made a few cards using coloured pencils and some using fine nibbed felt tip pens too. The first thing you need to do is to print out your instructions sheet. You might like to print out a few so you can transfer onto multiple cards. You'll see in the top right hand corner the words thank you in red back to front. Draw all over this lettering with your HB pencil. Keep your pencil nice and sharp and cover all the areas of the lettering, making sure to press down quite firmly so your transfer can work more than once and your template lettering is nice and visible. When you've finished, turn the paper upside down in the right hand corner of your postcard and scribble firmly over the back. I'm using a coloured pencil as the transfers will work 3 or 4 times, so I'll use a different colour each time. Your lettering will be revealed on your card, ready to add colour. So the first card I made, I used watercolours and, as I said, a size 1 brush. Making sure the brush tip is always visible, a real point is what you're after. This helps with accuracy when painting the lettering, and also please ensure the colours are really well mixed so they're nice and strong and not too pale and watery. Once you've painted over all the lettering, it's time to add the decorative leaves. Mixing a really nice strong green and starting in the bottom left hand corner, start to paint in the stalks. You might choose to have them all coming for the left hand corner, or you might want to add some in the right hand corner as well. Once you've painted the stalks, it's time to add the leaves. Make sure the paint is nice and thick in pigment, but still nice and watery. Now, my tip for the leaves is to sort of really use the brush shape of the brush to help. You might like to have a few practice goes first. Use your paintbrush tip on one side first and then the other, pushing down slightly to make a leaf shape. Turn the paper around to do the other side so you can still use the brush shape method. Once you've got the hang of it, the leaf shapes are quite fast to do and quite addictive too. Now remember we used a red pencil. Well, the transfer will work 3 or 4 times more. Just scribble over the back evenly in a different colour, making sure to cover the whole back to reveal the template once more on your next postcard. Try a few different colours. Red lettering with orange leaves works really well. Now, as I mentioned, I made some cards using some fine nibbed felt tip pens as well. Now these ones are great. They're on my website too. Really fine nibs, but if you push down, you'll get a nice thick line. But just try to find some pens with as fine nibs as you can and work in the same way as if you were painting. Adding a paler green stalk in the left hand corner and darker green leaves on top is really effective. Just draw the outline of the leaf first and fill in with the felt tip pen afterwards. Once you get the hang of it, you won't be able to stop decorating everything with leaves. Coloured pencils work really well too. Again, making sure the pencil point is kept nice and sharp whilst drawing all over the lettering template. This is slightly easier as a method as the pencil gives you more control than the fine paintbrush technique. Using a paler green colour pencil to draw in the stalks and a darker colour for the leaves looks really effective here too. One thing I do know is that however you choose to create your thank you cards, I'm sure whoever you send them to will be absolutely delighted. Now you've just got to write them all. I hope you've enjoyed this special little sketchbook club project. Do check out my website for more projects, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so you don't miss any new projects. Take care and see you at the next sketchbook club.